Hey there, Dionne the Tea Priestess here for you and me and a cup of tea. You'll have to bear with me a little bit. I'm inside, but my allergies have been acting up today, so I'm going to try to get through this video without sneezing. Hopefully my allergy meds has kicked in and I won't be dripping and sneezing and coughing, but if I am, I apologize in advance. So, we are back actually with a cup of tea. Yay! And I'm showing my Hogwarts house pride, Hufflepuff. So, today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about celebrating the small wins. See, the overall vision of what I'm doing in this case, it's that alien half, where I'm doing a half marathon in August, on August 13th. That's the overall big win. Just getting there is going to be the big win. But I have a bunch of small wins that are taking me to that place that I really want to be. So my small win is, and I have tons and tons and tons of them, my small win would be actually laying out my clothes and actually getting out there to the field that I walk, the track that I walk on. It could be making sure that I've drank enough water. All of these little things, all of the little pieces that go into me actually achieving that goal, those are small wins, and we tend to forget about them and not really pay attention to them, but they are so, so important because that builds up within you when those inner critics are trying to talk you out of doing something that you know you need to do in order to reach that next level for your goal. You have this collection of times that you have celebrated to prove to yourself that it's worth the effort. It's worth pushing through those feelings of, I don't feel like doing it, It's worth the effort to quiet those inner critic voices that are telling you, oh, well, I'll do it later, or, oh, well, this was not going to make that big a difference, or, oh, you've got so far to go. Missing this one thing won't be a big deal. I don't know about you, but when my inner critic voices are saying, oh, missing this one thing won't be a big deal, that's a trigger point for me. It's one of those landslide moments in which I'll miss one, and then I'll make an excuse for another, and another, and another, and pretty soon it's not just one training I've missed, or it's not just one activity I've missed. It'll end up being 5 or 6, and then I'll lose that momentum that I've already built up. So I wanted to talk a little bit more. This whole idea of celebrating actually is an earth principle from the Elemental Forces of Creation Oracle. And I pulled this card before I started recording, and I felt like, it was really, really appropriate. Ceremony and celebration. And listen to what Lisa Michaels, who, the creatrix, the person who embodied and brought forth this work, said. She says, ceremony bridges the outer and the inner world and is a powerful, safe, and sacred container in which to practice honoring transitions. Now, I want to talk a little bit about ceremony, but let me keep reading. You can have a ceremony to honor the change of the seasons, to celebrate the birth of a child, a marriage, the passage into adulthood or into elderhood, to mark the passage of a death or a divorce, a move to a new home, or a transition to a new job. It is appropriate for ceremony. If it's appropriate for the ceremony, you can add celebration to raise the energy of your event and life to a joyful level. Now, ceremony bridges the outer and inner world. When you first start off with a dream, it's a little seed that only you can see. It's something that is growing in your inner world, whether it's a 5K, whether it's getting active, getting into a healthy body, whether it's growing a business, whether it's creating a painting, whether it's creating a meal, gathering friends together, having a party, anything, right? All of these ideas and goals and dreams that we have start out on the inner world. Nobody else can see it but us, because it's within our own consciousness, right? So having a ceremony, even if it's just something small, and ceremony doesn't have to be enormous. Something small like lighting a candle to bridge, to honor the fact that you're starting to work. Every time I go out to the track and I get myself ready, I start by just taking a few deep breaths and just acknowledging that I am here right now. I am connecting with the me of the future, and I'll talk a little bit about that in another video. I take a moment, I bring my hands together, and I just breathe and I say thank you, because that to me is just a simple ceremony of honoring the transition of me being in the role of mother or whatever to bringing my full focus into that athlete that I am training my body to be, that half marathon finisher. I'm connecting with that me who has already finished the half marathon, because she has already done all of these trainings. That's a really, really simple ceremony. So to celebrate me completing all of the different things, and I like to tie my celebrations into stuff that I already do. I have a specific tea blend that after I finish training and I come home, I will make myself that cup of tea because it feels like a celebration. And I keep that tea just for that ceremony. And as a matter of fact, it is Breakfast in Paris. No. It is, yes, it's Breakfast in Paris, and it's by Stash Tea, and I love it. It's got lavender in it. It's got, it's a black tea. It's got lavender in it, and I think it also has a little bit of, it's not bergamot. I want to say hazelnut. It might have a little hazelnut flavoring to it. It feels decadent to me, and when I drink it, I feel like it is a celebration of me pushing through and getting past those inner critic voices and really connecting with that me who has completed that half marathon. So look for ways that you can bring more ceremony and celebrate your small victories as you are working towards your goal. If your goal is writing, a simple ceremony could be putting all of your materials out in a certain way and then lighting a candle to just give yourself that transition space of, I'm not any of these roles right now. Right now I am a writer, or I am an artist, or I am a painter, whatever it is that your goals are. Give yourself the ceremony of transition. Simple ceremony, bring your hands together over your heart, or just put your hand on your heart. Nice deep breath, connecting in with the you that has already won that goal, that has already brought that goal out into real life, into your life. And then celebrate. It doesn't have to be something expensive. It doesn't have to be something elaborate, though it can be if you want it to be elaborate. I know as soon as I finish that half marathon, I'm going to have an elaborate celebration. Right now, my little celebration is to drink that cup of tea and really just enjoy it and take a few minutes to really honor who I am and how I've run into the future. And now that I'm thinking about it, running into the future, that makes me a Time Lord. I think there's another video coming about you being a Time Lord. I will talk to you next week. Go live your dreams, take action on it, celebrate, give yourself a little bit of ceremony to honor that you are doing your business, doing your art, doing whatever it is that your purpose is, and celebrate that you are doing it. You are taking the action to bring those things into your life. I'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.